show where we're connecting students to careers. I'm Casey Turner, the Visual Communications Instructor here at the Huron Area Technical Center. And today we have a very special guest, Hayden Miles, to talk with us about his career journey into working with drones. So, hey Hayden, thanks for joining us today.
How's it going?
Real good. Hey, let's start off. Let's talk about where you started off your career path. We'll call it a career path because we're kind of heading that direction. And what made you decide to start working with drones?
Well, it was this visual communications class, actually. We took the Pilot 107, Part 107 drone class online, and the year we were taking it, not a lot of people were in it. It was really just me taking it online. But I did it at home after school, and I got it all completed, and then I went to Flint and took my pilot's test, got the course passed and everything. I got my little card and certificate. And then from there, I was just I kind of put it on the back burner for a while. Didn't really know what I was going to do with it. I was working other jobs at the time. And then over the summer, kind of through the grapevine, I heard news of a drone job that was being offered through the co-op elevator. And I was based out of Sebring, but they have offices in Pigeon and Elkton and all over in Bad Axe. And so I kind of heard news of them wanting a drone pilot, and I had no idea what they needed me for. But I was like, yeah, I have my Part 107, which is the big certificate that you need. I have that all completed. And they said, would you like to do an interview? And I was like, absolutely. So I got in and I interviewed with them. And if anyone doesn't know, the co-op is more of an agriculture based company rather than drone visual arts or media or anything like that. So it wasn't really in my wheelhouse per se. But once I got into it, and I took some classes and got everything registered there, I started flying for the co-op, and we would fly over fields spraying pesticides and herbicides, and it was just super cool. I really liked the job. I was flying these massive drones, probably 6 feet in diameter. They weighed close to 200 pounds, and you could all do it just completely autopilot.
Wow.
So it was pretty cool.
Just take off and run a pattern on its own.
Yeah, so we'd have to go to the field, map it out, and then we had 3 drones on our crew. So we'd split the field into thirds, and then say I was taking the middle third. So I'd fly from 33 to 66 out of 1 to 100.
Yeah.
And then so I'd have that section to fly, and all I'd have to do is lift it off, fly it to its start point, press go, and it would just keep going back and forth by itself.
Wow.
So
that sounds pretty awesome. So talk to me a little bit about heading off to college. Like you went to, it's Northern, right? Northern University. Yep. So what did you do anything drones like first year, second year? Have you done anything with drones up there with that? Or was this just purely a summer job that you were like, I'm just going to try out for this summer job? Yeah,
so I started taking a little bit of these, it's called GIST, Geographic Information Science Technology. A little bit of those courses up there last year. And I just thought it was interesting, something to do to fill a minor spot.
Yeah.
But I was really focused on the communications going into my freshman year.
Okay.
And then this last semester, my sophomore year, I really focused on the GIST, and I actually switched my majors to GIST. And that's more of the drone focused. I haven't done any work with the drones yet. That's more of like a upper level classes.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Okay.
But I have it in my mirror. I'm looking at it in the distance.
Yeah. So fast forward, you get the summer gig, working for the co-op. Were there any lessons you learned? Because I mean, the online class I know is just like the actually passing the test and taking the test. Then you got to go out and actually fly. Once you get licensed, you got to fly that drone. Were there things that you learned about flying the drone that were interesting? Yeah.
So like you said, the test itself or the class that we took isn't how to fly a drone.
Yeah.
It's all the legals of where you can fly, what can you do while you're flying, all of that kind of stuff. And then especially with the co-op, since we're using chemicals, we had to learn a little bit more safety-wise and everything for flying the drones. But just getting out there and being able to fly, putting some hours on your belt is the best way to do it. Like when I first flew the big drones, all I did was fly it around the trailer. And I was just flying it around circles and circles. I'd do a figure 8 sometimes. I'd go up and down.
Yeah.
But I didn't really trust myself per se to, I mean, they're like $30,000.
I was wondering, $30,000. Yeah, you don't want to crash one of those.
No, especially my first day on the job or something like that.
Oh yeah. But you didn't.
No.
Okay.
For a while, I was just what's known as the tender, and so I'd refill the drones, change their batteries, with chemicals and everything. I changed their batteries, and then I'd send them back out, and they would do their own thing. But eventually, I started flying, and I think I guess the real lesson out of learning how to fly is just to watch it and be aware of everything. Because going fast isn't always the best option. If you're flying fast, it's great, but if something comes out, say a bird flies or something, or a down power line or something, and you can't see it way out in the field, you just got to trust your controls and know what you're doing. So just take the time to learn how to fly properly.
Yeah, and other than seeing the drone when you're flying those big ones like that or commercial, do you have a shot of a camera shot, like a down shot? Can you see below as you're flying, or on the monitor?
Yeah. So we have 2 different shots, 2 different cameras on the big drones.
Okay.
We have a forward one, and then it's kind of a down angle back shot.
Okay.
So it's faced both directions.
Yeah.
And that's just helpful that if we get into a spot and we can't see it,
Yeah.
we can look at our back camera and kind of fly it back out. Yeah.
Yeah. Any crazy stories working out there for the summer? Was there anything interesting that you could share with us that happened?
Yeah, so we crashed a couple times.
You did.
With the big, and it's bound to happen.
Yeah.
Parts can malfunction, the wings could break, whatever. But there's one specific time that I remember. We were flying. I don't remember where it was. I think it was out towards Harbor Beach, maybe.
Okay.
We were flying over there, and we got under this power line, and we thought it was a lot higher than it was. We got under it, didn't see it on the cameras because we don't have any top-facing cameras or anything. We have radar and LiDAR on the drone, so it senses it.
Yeah.
Sensors didn't pick it up. It's just a thin wire, so sometimes it can miss it.
For sure.
So we didn't see the wire above us. So then we finished our pass. The pass is completely complete. We don't have to fly anymore. So we're just going to fly it up and then bring it back. As soon as we started flying it up, it kind of chopped the line on the front blades and then flipped over and started hanging on the arm of the drone on the power line. So it's stuck there. We had to call DTE to get it out, and they had to bring their big boom truck out and pull it out. And
wow.
I don't know if the drone was totaled or not, but we definitely had to replace some blades on it.
Yeah.
But,
well, I mean, it's going to happen. I mean, farmers probably same thing in a tractor, different things. So, okay, so this is a big question. So students that are watching this, obviously they don't want to crash a drone, but it does happen. That's just reality. But if they want to get into something like this, would you have any advice for them or things that they should really be thinking about if flying a drone, professionally, commercially is something they want to do? What advice would you give to them?
Find your niche, because there's a whole bunch of things that you can do with a drone nowadays. With videos, pictures, like the ag field like I'm doing, mapping, that's kind of what I want to start getting into after school. But just find what you like doing and then see how you can apply the drone to it. So if it's pictures, go talk to some real estate agents and say, hey, would you like to take any pictures of your house? I have a drone, I can get up high. And they'll say, yeah, why not? And then maybe give you $20 here and there. Just make connections with people and then find what you like doing and then excel in it.
Would you advise to do that online class? Because I remember there was a lot of information. Was that helpful to do that online class before you went and took your test?
Yeah, I would say so. I kind of kicked myself in the butt a little bit because I spread it out over 2 years.
Yeah.
My full 2 years of being at Tech Center here.
Yeah.
So if I wish I would have taken it all 1 year, just get it done with, and then take the test right there.
Okay.
Because I did have to go back and redo some of the lessons that maybe I didn't remember so much.
Yeah.
So then the review for the actual exam itself was a little bit harder.
Yeah.
But I definitely do think it helped to take the test.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool. Well, cool. Well, I appreciate you being here today, chatting with us. Is there anything else you want to add that I didn't think to ask you, a story or anything I didn't even...
I don't think so. Okay. No, this is
cool.
good. Yeah.
Well, I appreciate you sharing. And for students out there thinking about getting into drone work, maybe think about some of these things he's advising. Try an online class. Look online for opportunities to work locally and stuff like that. But I want to thank you for being here, and thank you guys for watching the Connect show today. I hope it was helpful for you. You can check out our YouTube channel where we have more career stories from around the great state of Michigan. I want to say to all of you, have a great day.